Hey, Courtney. So I told you that when you just dropped me off at school. My spring break just ended. Your spring break is just about to start. And I told you that when I got back to my room, I was going to sit down, film something, throw it up on YouTube, just totally winging it because I have not filmed any footage or edited any footage. And it's like 11 something at night right now. And you may notice that I've shed a little bit of clothing. I'm no longer wearing pants. I'm wearing shorts. There is still clothing on my body. It's just not as much clothing as when you saw me like 10 minutes ago. And that is because when you walked into my room, you said, like, oh, it's hot in here. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'll turn it down. It's probably just been like heating over the break. And I quickly discovered that it's not actually that the thermostat is turned up too high, it's that the room is like on heat, not on cool. Because like we seem to have two settings, which are like cool and heat, and we've had some issues in the past of if it's like out of season weather, like when we had some cold days in like October, our room was freezing because no matter how high we turned it up, our room was not on heat, it was on cool. So if the room was cooler than the air conditioner like was supposed to set it to be, it just like didn't air condition, but it didn't heat. And so right now my room is on heat, not on air condition. And so it's not on cool, it's on heat. And so the thermostat is set to like 68 degrees, which is as low as it'll go. But the room is still at like 75 degrees. And we just like hauled my stuff up and I'm hot. So I shed a couple of layers, but I'm still wearing clothes. But anyway, I don't have an awful lot to say. As I mentioned, I did not film anything for this ahead of time. I had time. I was on spring break, so it wasn't like I didn't have any time. I was just like, I kept putting it off, and I was like, oh, I'll film it on Thursday. And then I was like, oh, Courtney's not going to be here till like noon on Friday. I'll film it in the Friday morning. And then I was like, oh, Courtney's not actually going to be here till like 6 o'clock tonight because she hates me and doesn't want to be with me because she's not my she doesn't love me. And things like that. So I was like, oh, I'll film it later. And then I was like, oh, you know what? I can film it while she's sleeping. I wake up earlier than she does. So I can film it some morning when she's asleep. And then it was today, and I was like, screw it. I'm just going to talk to the camera and post it. This is not even my pretty camera. This is not my high def camera because that would my camcorder would take a lot longer to like just download the files than this does. This is much quicker, and that's what I'm going for. Speed. I got a need for speed, dude. I'm actually kind of lucky that I'm the only one in my room right now. It makes it so much easier to do this, so much less awkward. I don't really know where my two roommates are. Maybe they're on campus, maybe they're not. Who knows? And the world will never know. 3 minutes. It's actually been 3 minutes already, so I could check. I could really stop filming here, and I'll probably stop filming shortly. It's 11:11. Make a wish. It doesn't work unless you blow a kiss at the clock, or actually kiss a clock, but I don't want to actually kiss my computer screen, so I just blew one. I'm gonna see you, actually, Courtney, I'm gonna see you and Mom tomorrow morning because you're about to leave for a trip to Austin because you don't love me and you don't want to spend any time with me this break. But so I'm gonna meet you and Mom for like breakfast after my first class before my like second and third classes of the day, and we're gonna eat it up. It's gonna be awesome. And it's gonna be totally awesome. We watched a Harry Potter musical. It was super fun. It was totally awesome. Because he's Harry freaking Potter. It was very nostalgic also. I watched like 3 straight hours of Lizzie Bennet Diaries or something ridiculous like that today because you wanted me to get caught up. And so I did. Okay, it's been over 4 minutes now. I'm just gonna end this. End this ridiculousness and go on with the rest of my life. The main point being that I did not miss a week. See ya.